We have arrived at the final Ignite of the evening. Where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Oh, there he is. He's standing over there. All right. So Matt Genelin, at Magellan on Ops on Twitter, is a senior DevOps engineer at Optum Technologies in Eden Prairie. When he's not attending the local Minneapolis DevOps meetup, you can find him riding a scooter around the Twin Cities. Please welcome Matt Genelin.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Matt Genelin, and I love reading military field manuals. Military field manuals are great because they're written for people who actually do stuff. They fire guns, drive tanks, command troops, and they're written at a high school-aged reading level, so they're really easy to read. One of my favorite military field manuals was written by this guy, Wild Bill Donovan. At the height of World War II, he wrote a field manual that trained up the European resistance movement, the spies on the enemy side of our line that were friendly to us. The tactics in the manual were so subtle that our spies did not get caught during the war effort. The simple Sabotage field manual had the tactics to demoralize and disrupt the decision-making process and were devastatingly destructive. Last year, 3 authors rewrote the original field manual into this book that you should go out and buy. They included 8 original tactics from the original field manual and updated it with a 9th one for modern sabotage in the corporate America workforce. We're going to go through all of those. Most of the original field manual focused on physical attacks, things like acting stupidly, abrading machine parts to create waste in materials and manpower and time, leave oily rags in a pile to start fires, just generally cause trouble. But one section of the original field manual was perfect. It was all about disrupting organizational decision-making. It worked so well in World War II that today we can learn how to bring it to our corporate workforce. Sabotage tactic number 1, be obedient. Insist on doing everything through channels. Accept no shortcuts. If your company has a form, a group that needs to be consulted, a policy or procedure, make sure that you insist on following it. Sabotage technique number 2, sabotage by speech. Make frequent, lengthy speeches. Be sure to include personal experiences. And if you have time, include some patriotic comments. Sabotage number 3, by committee. Refer all matters to committee. Never have a committee of less than 5 people. The more, the better. This totally wastes time and nothing ever gets decided. Sabotage by relevant issues, number 4. Bring up irrelevant issues as frequently as possible. Tangential, unimportant, and even inappropriate comments. Start with, that reminds me of a time when. Number 5, sabotage by haggling. Argue over the precise wordings of communications and documentation. Minutes, resolutions. This wastes time and energy. Sabotage number 6. Sabotage by reopening decisions. Rehash decisions from other previous meetings. Groups in the future meetings will hesitate to make any kind of a decision with fear that it might be overridden at a future meeting. Sabotage number 7. Sabotage by excessive caution. Advocate reasonableness. No haste in making a decision. Avoid difficulties or embarrassments later on by any decision we might make. And finally, number 8. Sabotage by, is it really our call? Question the jurisdiction of the group. Will a higher echelon inside the company be in conflict? If IT makes this decision, will finance be upset? What about marketing? Have no doubt, these 8 original tactics were very innocent. They had high plausible deniability, which is why our spies didn't get caught. But have no doubt, they were sabotage. They were devastatingly destructive. And they can be in your workforce. Had this field manual in 1944 been written today, there would have been a 9th tactic to wasting time and stopping the efficacy of decision-making, and that is the tactic of sabotage by carbon copy everyone. By adding today, we can add a series of names to the carbon copy line on our email client, add a distribution list in there, click one button and spray information in all directions. To use this tactic, send frequent updates. CC anyone even peripherally involved in something you're working on. The more people that are CC'd, the less likely that any one individual will read or process and understand the contents of the communication. The reality of this tactic is great. It's beautiful. It gives you CYA cover. Nobody at any time in the future can come to you and say, "You never told me," or "Why didn't you keep me involved?" CC everyone does not inform anyone. There's a difference between being informed and just having information sprayed at you. To fix this, create a culture inside your company that knows email is not a substitute for personal dialogue. And read this book. It's fantastic. It's on Amazon. Thank you.